Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here tonight. Tonight, I'm very excited to share another fantastic product with you. And before we get into that, I just want to take this opportunity, personally thank you for being my friends and keep supporting me for what I do, and so I can do what I do, okay? And I very appreciate it. Hopefully you got some time, spend your time with your family and with your friends and over the weekend, and you are very exciting about this brand new week that's on the way, right? So you can really go out and make some difference, not only for yourself but also for your family, and most importantly for the people that is around you. Right? So go out there, make some differences, make some changes. Okay. All right. So this week it's all about Facebook marketing, and you're gonna for those who are not in the Facebook, who are just beginning with Facebook marketing, you're gonna be very exciting. This is gonna be huge eye-opening for you right now. This entire week it's all about Facebook marketing, okay? All right, so from the beginner experts to the really experts on the Facebook marketing, I've invited to do lots of great interviews for you again. And so to pick the brains, how do you exactly making money with the Facebook? Well, we know people are making Facebook with t-shirts, with the affiliate marketing, with the offline marketing, and with video marketing as well, and you can use Facebook for SEO as well. So how do they really do it? Well, this week it's all about that, okay? So be very excited about it, okay? All right, so so tonight we're gonna talk about something very important. That is, what is your biggest problem when it comes to Facebook marketing? Well, just because you have a fan page doesn't mean that's gonna automatically translate that into money, right? Or if you have done Facebook marketing for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So what do you need? What do you really need to have a very successful fan page? Well, engagement, right? The key is engagement. So how do you create that engagement? Is having that unique and very engaging content, right? So what exactly is the content that's gonna go viral? What exactly is that content that's gonna really engaging your audience, so eventually they're gonna actually spend money with you? Well, this is the reason I have invited Vas here to talk about you know, what they are, you know, how he's figured out personally to get more fans to your page, get that engaging content. He has shared 2 unique tips, ninja tricks to get that going for you. So be very exciting to learn about that. And also at the end of this interview, Vas is going to introduce a brand new product of his that's really going to save you tons time and tons of money when it comes to content creation for your fan page. We all know content is the king. It doesn't matter you're on Facebook or video, or you're doing SEO, doing a blog. You know what is everything you need? That is content. But creating the content takes tremendous energy and takes tremendous time, and sometimes even costs a lot of money, right? What if there's just very affordable solutions for that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, please let me introduce to you the FB Cyber Slay, okay? FB Cyber Slay. What I love about this so far is that, hey, you don't even need to have your very own blog. You know, if you're just starting out, you don't even need to have a WordPress site because it's not a plugin. It's 100% online platform. And another thing I really like about it is this: you don't have to set up a fake Facebook, you know, like those what do you call those apps thing, you know? You don't have to even go out to the trouble to set up an apps. All you gotta do, if you know how to click buttons, you can get this thing working, trust me. And the 4th thing I really like about it is the price. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, please hold your seat tight, because this is an incredible value for the money, okay? $7. How $7 sounds like? All right, so this is what you're gonna grab this entire auto posting Facebook online platform for about just $7. Never done it before in a history promotion. Okay, $7. That's one very exciting to share with you. I think it is tremendous value for you. Now, for those who love early bird, he's gonna open door at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So you got a 4-hour early bird time to grab this. Okay, go there, grab it, and make sure you have the lowest possible price, okay? All right, so let's come back to the interview here. Vas is gonna be here again, share his incredible story. This guy is actually going to university, earning his degree right now. And if you've ever been to university, you know how busy that is. I mean, the academics is not easy these days, and that's a full-time job, and he's actually doing internet marketing as well at the same time. So if you don't think internet marketing can work, well, if this guy can get it work, why can't you, right? So watch this awesome story story and see how he actually turned into Facebook marketing as well, okay? All right, so learn a lot from that. And he's gonna teach you 2 ninja tricks, really gonna increase the fan base for your fan page, and most importantly, increase that engagement. Make your fan page go viral by itself. All right, so very cool stuff here. And also, he's gonna do an awesome demo on this software platform of his. I think, yeah, if you see it, you want it. Okay. Hey, it's only $7, right? All right, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's all go enjoy this awesome interview here. And I think you'll absolutely love it. And until next time, this is your friend Han. Please keep smiling, and I'll be talking to you very soon. Cheers. Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here this afternoon. And today I'm very happy, very excited to have Vas back with us again, and to share some awesome Facebook tricks with us. And we know we can't just have those fan pages without having engagement. And from the people that has been email me, they say, how do I really get my audience engaged so I can eventually make some money with my fan page? So this is the reason why I invite Vas here to talk about. At the end of this interview, Vas is going to introduce a brand new product of his, and I think it's kind of a crazy let go at this affordable price. He's going to talk about that in detail. Really going to help you automate the entire process, get that engaging content to your fan pages. It literally is no-brainer here. So we're going to talk about more about that in a minute. So before we get into this excitement here, let's kind of learn how Vas got started with the internet marketing, but most importantly, what did he do exactly to achieve the level of success that he has today? So Vas, could you kind of take it with the mic, share your unique internet marketing story with us today?
Of course. Thanks for having me again, Han. Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Awesome. So I started with Facebook marketing a couple of years ago. I've actually worked over the past couple of years with a bunch of very successful people who've built huge fan pages, and I've learned their tricks, their ins and outs, what to do, what not to do. And the one key thing that people have always said over and over again, and it's still true, as cliche as it may be, is that content is king. And without content, you're not going to have a viral Facebook fan page. You're going to have something that gets like 2 or 3 new fans a week. That's not viral, right? You want 2 to 3 fans an hour, maybe. You know, that'd be a good start. That way you could have dozens of new people, even hundreds of new people every day adding you. So I learned all the ins and outs over the past couple of years of how to do that. I've realized that content matters the most, but I've also learned a couple of tricks that I'd love to share with you and your audience today on how to get any Facebook fan page to go viral, no matter what niche you're in.
Great. So I think you have a very unique background because you work behind the scenes for a lot of successful marketers. You have learned kind of all the tricks. So just very quickly, to knowing what you're knowing today, what would it be the top 3 advice you can give it to someone who's just starting out with internet marketing and maybe perhaps they haven't found the right direction yet?
Sure. Well, if you're just starting with internet marketing and you don't even have a website yet, maybe you have a blog, maybe not even a blog, I would say look at Facebook marketing as an idea for what sort of demands out there. Just look through your newsfeed and see what kind of articles attract your attention and become conscious of why you're clicking on the links you're clicking on. Is that article with a juicy headline? Was it the picture that made you click? Those little details really matter. A lot of times we scroll aimlessly through our newsfeed because we're bored and we're not really paying attention to what's on there. But if you really pay attention, you could take a lot out of that. Just for like your own marketing research needs. You could see what others are clicking on, what are they sharing. Another tip is look at stuff that doesn't attract your attention, but that's attracting other people's attention. When we're on social media, we're always within these filter bubbles. We're always seeking out content that we like, and we are opposing content that we don't like. We either don't click on it or we speak out against it. So using that tension has been kind of interesting, the pro and against side. Everyone has those internal dialogues. You know, if you're a Ford guy, you're probably against Chevy. If you like Coca-Cola, you're probably against Pepsi. So it's really interesting just to observe how internet marketers have been using those internal tensions that we all have for their financial gain. And you can use those internal tensions as well, even if you're a complete newbie, even if you've never started a website before.
Yeah, I think we're gonna teach them how to do that in a minute here. So the thing is, I guess the common myth here is that you have to have your affiliate blog, you have to have your site in order to make money. That's not true. That's what you're kind of telling us, that you can leveraging off existing traffic in a big social site such as Facebook and starting to make money without actually have to go into the hassle doing I guess for doing the SEO and build the sites. And you can just start testing the traffic, see the offer actually converts, and then spend the energy and the money to build the sites and doing the SEO stuff.
Exactly. See if it's making you money first. See if it's even worth the trouble.
Right.
That's a mistake that I used to make so much, and it would just frustrate me a lot. I would start a website thinking that I had this brilliant idea, and by the time I'm done building the website, it would be like a week or two out. I would spend a lot of time and effort on it. I would kind of lose the gusto for that idea. I would think, well, I got this new idea since then. That idea sounds a lot better. Let me build a website for that idea. And I'd aimlessly build websites without really having a business. And that kind of kicked me in the butt after a while, because I realized that I wasn't making money. If you figure out how to make money first, then the website will come to you. It doesn't really work the other way around. Right.
So you have to have kind of build up your own little audience group first, and Facebook is probably one of the best way to get started on building your little what we call the tribes. And
absolutely.
And that's why we're very, very excited. Kind of share some of the trips gonna help you build your very, very own tribe. It's not like building your own email list, but it's on Facebook. And from there you can launch anything from that fan page to whatever the traffic you want to build. We talked about this a little bit ahead of time here. So let's talk about, again, come back to the topic with all the things that people could do. Why, for those who are not into Facebook yet, why should people not even know Facebook totally? Should we actually get more into Facebook marketing, in your opinion?
I think that with the surge of popularity of social media, Facebook has kind of become the focal point, and the reason for that is because, well, obviously they're on the stock market, yes, but there's over 1 billion people on there. You can't not find your target audience on Facebook. You might not find one specific person that you're looking for. If they're not on Facebook, then they're just not on Facebook. But you can find the kinds of people that you're looking for. So if you're looking for males between the ages of 20 and 30 who like racquetball, Facebook is the perfect place to find those people. Again, with the Coca-Cola and Pepsi example, if you want female Pepsi drinkers between ages of 40 to 50, you can find those. Any niche you can think of, you can reach out to it. Now, I'm not talking about Facebook ads here. Okay, I'm not talking about setting the demographics to pay money for this. I'm saying that if you have good content and if you have relevant Facebook pages that are really laser targeted in their niche, then those people will come to you. You don't have to go out and look for them. They're already on Facebook looking for this content. All right, if you're a person between ages of 40 and 50 and you're a Pepsi fan instead of a Coca-Cola fan, you're going to just love Pepsi. You're just going to not like Coca-Cola. That's it. So you're going to naturally gravitate towards that content. So the question becomes, who's providing that content? Is it you or is it somebody else?
Well, Facebook in general is, I guess the news has been out for a long time in internet marketing time now. Is it, if you join any kind of Facebook groups, and you're gonna see every single day or every hour people are posting their successful story on there, either using paid advertising or not, and the news is basically out. I think video and Facebook and mobile is gonna be the top 3 things that people really need to focus on. I think is going to continue growing in an exponential rate. And if you're not on those social networks, you kind of losing the opportunity to make money.
Absolutely.
In a way, right? So we have other experts on my shows talking about how to build your fan page from 0 to 1,000 and 10,000, so forth, so on. But that's probably for another time to talk about. But we're here to talk about, once you get those fans, once you get those 1,000 fans built, how do you keep them on your page? How do you keep them engaged? Give us some tips that you personally use to get those fans engaged on your page, so they continue to come back to like your content and make basically your fan page go virally without spending the marketing dollar for it.
Sure. Here's a trick that I learned while working with some of the top earners. They were using these tricks to get thousands of additional people to their fan pages.
Mm-hmm.
One trick is what I was talking about earlier. It's the likes versus dislikes that we all have in our heads.
Mm-hmm.
I keep coming back to this example. It's just because it's so ubiquitous, and I feel like everybody will be able to understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Coca-Cola versus Pepsi. If you're a huge Coca-Cola fan, subconsciously you're going to say to yourself, I don't like Pepsi, if you're that, particular about it. And those sorts of paradigms are always in our heads. Burger King versus McDonald's,
Mm-hmm.
or, I don't know, Chevy versus Ford, or natural juice versus, artificial sweeteners. Like, things like that can always come to mind. So no matter what niche you're building, you can always think of a contradiction that you can take advantage of. So here's my tip. You can create a viral image using basic editing tools like Microsoft Paint or even online editors, where you'll have one image and another image juxtaposed next to each other, maybe with a versus sign in between them, almost like a battle. And you could say, click like for choice A or share for choice B.
Mm-hmm.
Now, three things will happen when you do that. First, people are going to like and share it. Second, people are going to comment on it.
Mm-hmm.
And third, new people will see your new group or fan page and they'll like it. Mm-hmm. When you are a huge Coca-Cola fan, chances are your friends also like Coca-Cola, okay? And so when they see that, they'll also get engaged in that little battle. And even though it's a silly internet thing, you can get hundreds of brand new people to like your page, to share it, to comment on it. And this applies to any niche, and it's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I think it's great, and I want to kind of share a tip for that. The easiest way to do that for those who are not a graphic challenge is actually using PowerPoint. PowerPoint has awesome backgrounds already pre-built in, and if you know how to insert images, I just put one image on the one side and another image on the other side, and just type your characters. And if you go to the image properties, you can have frames. And then you basically, instead of save as a file, you just save as an image on that one particular slide, and you pretty much the ratios happen to be the same. Have Facebook as well, so that's what I found out. If you are technical challenge or graphic challenge, is really simple, easy to do. You've had the right to. I think most people have either Keynote or PowerPoint already. So
that's a good idea. I should try that with Prezzies sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I should try that out.
It's just like you set up one template, and then all you do is swap out pictures, basically, and it's really because the aspect ratio just happened to be the same aspect ratio that Facebook image as one, because it's kind of sometimes really hard to fit in. But that's just one quick tip there to get that done very quickly. The second question is, so the key point here, I think the takeaway here is people on Facebook like contradictions, right? They like conflicts. So if you can trigger that emotional level, they're going to either hate it or love it, and then you can use that to leveraging either like or share the content or something in between. So you got all three viral bases covered. So other than that, do you have maybe one more you can teach us?
Sure. Let's think. So there's one that I've seen bring over 50,000 new likes to an image. I can maybe send you a link to it later. This was a puzzle, a simple puzzle that was related to a niche. I think the niche was pit bulls or Rottweilers or some dog breed, and the puzzle was actually related to that dog breed, and it was a word search. So somebody who saw that went nuts over it. They started liking it, sharing it, commenting on it. People were seeking out words in it. You could actually add a caption to an image like that with a word search and say the first three words that you find within this word search represent you, or something like that. Or you can say, how many times does this word appear in this word search? And then people will argue endlessly over how many times they found it. And it's just amazing to see people share that because it's something that they're passionate about. All right, if you like a fan page about Rottweilers, you probably have a Rottweiler, or you really want one, or you have friends who have those and you're jealous, right? So if you're able to kind of captivate that emotional attachment to a thing or a species of a dog or a brand or anything that your fan page is related to, you can come up with a quick little word search, a crossword puzzle, maybe something that's even out there already. You can just go on Google Images, look up some sort of a word search or a puzzle, and maybe superimpose a logo. So if you're doing a Coca-Cola word search, you can have the faint little Coca-Cola logo in the back. That way it's more graphic. That way it captures someone's attention as they're scrolling down.
I think the reason that puzzle works because in every newspaper you have a puzzle section. I think people are kind of almost like addiction to kind of figure out the puzzle. I know people literally just pick out the section trying to figure out, hey, how do I figure out the puzzle? What's the letters in there? You know, I think
puzzles, anything you find in the newspaper could be translated into social media. We're not reinventing the wheel here. We're just using what works in a new medium. So if you're thinking about how TV kind of pushes people against each other, it's a bad thing if you're constantly watching TV because it feels like you're constantly surrounded by conflict. But if you're on a Facebook fan page that's related to a specific niche and your specific puzzle or whatever is related to that niche, I see no problem with it.
And if you look around, there are software creating the puzzle for you already. So don't think you have to manually type those random characters in there to make the puzzle yourself. There are tons of tools out there for the puzzle already. So
but those are just tricks. Those are not something that you could do over and over and over again because let's face it, a Facebook fan page with a bunch of puzzles on it is going to look boring, right? You're going to need actual content. You're going to need stuff that people will want to click and share on a regular basis. It's great to give you a quick little spike in traffic. It'll make your fan base go up a little bit, but it's not something that people will want to share on a daily basis. If they see too much of it on their newsfeed, they might even unfollow you. So you want to kind of strike that balance between those shareable, addictive things that people just can't resist and actual content that they came to look for. But creating content is difficult, right? And you don't want to have to sit there writing articles all day long. If you have 10 fan pages, you just can't do that. You don't have enough hours in the day. So what you got to do is you've got to use other people's content, and I want to show you how.
All right, so what is a good mix of content? What's a good rate of posting content before we kind of get?
I would say just interchanging plain articles with YouTube videos with pictures. Basic things like that are a good mix. There's no really magic formula for a good mix. It's more so how good does that headline look to me? Would I click on it? Would I want to share it with people? If you don't want to share an article because it's not appealing to you, then maybe your fans wouldn't like it either. Now, if you have a fan page for Sony products or something like that, and you're not a fan of Sony products, that's fine. You can still probably make a lot of money off of that fan page as long as there's an audience there. But for those niches that you do relate to, for those that you actually have a passion for yourself, just think, would I want to send this to my coworkers? Would I want to send this to my brother or sister or my grandparents? If the answer is no, maybe it's not that good of a link. Maybe there's a better link to share with people. As far as a mix of things, think of all the different types of contents that we look for. There's news articles, there's interviews with experts, there's audio and video interviews with experts, right? So there's things we can read, there are things that we can listen to, there are things that we can watch. A good mix is something that gives a little bit of everything to everybody.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think it's best for those who if you're watching this, you test it out. Is it on your fan page? Because every niche is different, so it's very hard for us to teach you unless we see the data. Because a Facebook fan page does track the data for you on the back end. So it's called Facebook Insight. So you need to kind of test it out. Is your fans love videos? Is your fans like image? Are they respond more? That's why Facebook create those tools for you. So you need to kind of study your stats. Not everything in the big stone. Every niche is different. Everybody like different things. So what is your fan like? So once you figure out that good balance, then that's the kind of balance you need to go with. So
it sounds like it's a lot of work, doesn't it? Like figuring out the right balance. But Facebook makes it so easy. And the thing about it is, once you learn how to do this for yourself, you're gonna have people falling head over heels for you to do it for them for money. Once you become that Facebook expert to a small handful of people, you'll be well fed for life.
So one of the things that obviously you kind of mentioned here is it's very, very time consuming to come up with the content every single day. It's daunting, and I know that personally because I have to come up with great content every single week to share with my audience, and in Facebook it's no different. You have to come up with new content to get that likes, get that shares, get that comments. But you and your team has come up a perfect solution that's going to really save you and my time, and by doing it, especially at the price. Let's not review the price here. Let's kind of show them. I do a very quick screen share showing some of the functions. It's gonna really, and once you hear the price, this is actually no-brainer offer here. But let's talk about what is this thing exactly this thing do? How's it going to really save the time and money?
Sure. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Excellent. So this is a software called FB Cyberslave. And this is a cloud-based software that you don't have to install. So it works on both PCs and Macs, even Linux if you have Linux. It even works on mobile. Okay, nothing to install. It's completely cloud-based. What it does is it gets your list of fan pages and groups, and it lets you automatically schedule posts for those fan pages and groups. So here I am. Here are all of my fan pages, and here are all of my groups. Over here I have I Hate Monday Mornings, Free Printable Coupons, Smart and Busy Moms, I Toast to a New Drinking Game. You see, I have a whole bunch of different niches that relate to all sorts of different things. And this is because I've been doing this for a while. If you only have one or two, that's fine. If you have none, even better. You're starting with a clean slate. So what this software does is it takes a list of all your fan pages and groups.
No, let me kind of, while we're on this page, it doesn't have to be the groups you own. It can be other people's groups too, right?
Right. If you have offline businesses, for example, that are asking you to do their social media marketing for them, this is something you can use for them as well. These don't have to be your fan pages. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
More so, you don't even need a website. So if you're a complete newbie who hasn't even built their first website yet, this is still something you can use because it only has to do with Facebook, which we all know is free. You don't have to pay for it, so you can get started with this today. Let's jump in.
Just while we're on this page, I'm going to ask the people that use this responsibly. Don't use this as spamming tool.
Yeah, this is a lot of power. With great power comes great responsibility, of course.
Yeah. So
here's how it works. So I've just went over to Pages, Bulk Add. Okay, I can do the same thing for Groups. I can go to Groups, Bulk Add. Now, here is what's lovely about this. I can schedule posts using other websites' RSS feeds, and I can actually schedule them at a specific interval, starting at a certain date and time. I can even add my own message to it.
Okay, let's pause for a second. Just for those who just maybe starting on internet marketing, they don't know what RSS feed is. Can you kind of explain what that is?
Absolutely. Glad you asked. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate what an RSS feed looks like. I'm going to look up.
I know what it is, but I just, for those people, maybe look, what is RSS feed?
Sure. Have you heard of Mashable before?
Yeah, it's a very popular tech site.
Yeah, it's fantastic. There's a link right here for their RSS feeds. And an RSS feed is basically a summary of a blog. Mashable is a blog. They post articles with pictures, links, videos, etc. But to make it easy for people to subscribe to a blog, they have what's called an RSS feed. We can actually look this up in Google, RSS definition, and I'm sure that Google will explain this pretty well for us. It's definition of RSS feeds, also called web feeds. It's a content delivery vehicle. It's the format used when you want to syndicate news and other web content. Okay, so here are a bunch of different links for Mashable. Mashable is really popular, and if you want their RSS link, here it is. This is what an RSS feed looks like. It's like a blog with all the design elements stripped out. So I'm going to grab that URL from the URL bar, you know, this one right here, and I'm going to paste it over inside of Cyberslave. I'm going to post it right here inside of import from RSS. As soon as I do that, it's going to ask me how many URLs I want to grab from this feed. So again, it's a catalog of articles and blog posts from Mashable. Let's say I want to grab the top 5 headlines. I click on grab, and FB Cyberslave instantly goes out and sees what those top 5 headlines are on Mashable. Japan lets you use your password to get free Wi-Fi. Inaugural Girls Make Games Summer Camp Fight Industries Gender Gap, and so on. Bunch of cool content, very general, and always shareable. Mashable does a really good job of creating those clickable headlines that you just can't resist. I love all their content, and I think some of these might relate to my Toast to a New Drinking Game page right here. Kind of a dummy page that I've created for demo purposes. So I'm going to click Use Selected URLs. Those URLs will automatically parse over here. Now all I have to do is select my page where I want to post it, select the interval from when to when do I want to post it, and how frequently do I want to post it. Let's say I want to post it once every 12 hours. Now, I've skipped over one part, but I'm skipping over it on purpose here just for time's sake. You can type a unique message for each one of the links. So over here I have 5 URLs. I can type in 5 different headlines.
Okay.
And that way I'll have a unique message with each one of my links. But I want to post just the naked links, no messages. So I'm going to delete that. All I have to do is click submit. It's going to send all of this stuff over to my Facebook, and now I can actually preview my posts right away. All of these post IDs here are the same. That's because I posted 5 links and only one of them is actually live right now. If I click on it, it'll show me my Facebook fan page where I will be able to see my article that I just posted. Here it is. We just looked at it a couple of seconds ago. Japan lets you use your passport to get free Wi-Fi. Japan-based Telecom NTT and the Japanese government have launched a program that offers free Wi-Fi. So here is my Facebook fan page. Here's the link. Now, since I've just posted it, it's reached 0 people. This was, just now. But if we wait a couple of hours, everybody who is a fan of this page is going to see this. They're going to either like it or comment on it or share it. And all of those things are good for me, the owner of the fan page. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yes, it does. And so if you guys want to kind of trying to figure out what your fan likes and what kind of news they want to read, this is a great tool. I mean, you literally set up once and you forget about it and maybe come back a week, see your inside stats. Okay, this is kind of news they want to see. This is kind of image they want to see.
Right.
Then if you're a content creator, you know exactly what article to write. Maybe even do better job at that. So, but if you're lazy, you don't want to do anything, just let it run forever. So it's incredible. And I know you designed this software to kind of tell people, hey, you don't need to have a website to really get this going. But if for kind of give out a very quick SEO tip here is if you do own WordPress blog, if you do have YouTube channels, if you do have some kind of content you personally posting every single day anyway, it's a good idea to just go out, build a free fan page and keep posting on there, because that's social signals. Because where he posts for every WordPress blog you build, you're going to have your personal RSS feed. So instead put a Mashable in there, you can just put your own website. That is a huge, huge SEO authority boost right there. and
Absolutely.
Not to mention you automatically draw the traffic on Facebook to your own blog. Right?
And think about this. If you have a blog and you have about 10 articles already written on your blog, you can join a bunch of groups out there on Facebook that are already existing that are going to let you post on those Facebook fan pages. And using the software, you can schedule all of those posts to go out to all of those groups that you've joined. And everybody who's already in those groups will see your links. They're going to click on it, and they could become a regular visitor to your own blog.
It's also a great tool for ranking your videos. So if a YouTube channel, it has a feed. So schedule it.
As long as people are looking at relevant content, they're not going to think of this as spam. I'm glad you brought that up earlier. You got to use this responsibly, because if you are annoying people that are going to unsubscribe from your fan page, they might even report you to Facebook. So you want to tread carefully, but I don't want to say that to scare anybody away from this. It's a pretty open-ended idea. The social media is not rocket science. It's not clear-cut and straightforward. There's leeway. There's no right and wrong way to do it. It's kind of like playing soccer. You can run this way, you can run that way. Which way are you going to run? Well, that's up to you. As long as you're not, hitting people over the head, you're fine.
Right. So so you gotta kind of like I said, use it responsibly, using reasonably. I mean, you don't want to send posts every freaking minute. You ask for trouble there. But if you post 1 or 2 posts every day, hey, that's normal. That's how human supposed to share content. Hey, you like something on your phone, you like and share, right? So that's actually going to give you more authority, in fact, if you do it the right way. So don't go too crazy on it. Do responsibly. Over time, you're going to basically have a free outsourcer does all this for you without paying them anything. So this is an incredible piece of software. I think it'll save a lot of people a lot of time and a lot of effort here. So and a lot of money as well. So let's kind of jump into the offer itself. Wait until you hear the price, you're gonna be blown away. Anyway, so let's talk about the name of the product, time to launch, and who's gonna be really benefit for getting this.
Sure. The name of the product is FB Cyberslave. It's launching on Monday, June 9th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. I'm gonna do a early bird offer where you can get $2 off the introductory price. and that early bird offer will start at 7 a.m. So the official launch is at 11, but you can get it a couple of hours early and for a little bit less money as long as you're the first through the doors. Now, the price of the product is going to be set at just $7.
Okay.
This is the incredible part about this offer. It's only $7. And like I said, it's entirely cloud-based. So you don't have anything to install. This is not a WordPress plugin. This is not something that you're going to need Adobe Air or anything like that. It works on PCs and Macs. It works even on Linux and mobile. You can use it for any internet-enabled device because it's cloud-based. Now, as part of the offer, I also want to give somebody the opportunity to install this on their server if they want that.
Okay.
However, the low-price $7 introductory offer is strictly for the cloud-based service. Now, if you do want to install it on your own server, you can do so as part of the one-time offer, #1, called the White Label Resellers Rights. That's going to cost $67, and it's going to be available immediately after the front end, where for $7 you can get a lifetime license to use the software forever. It's for unlimited groups. It's for unlimited fan pages. You can even create additional users for this software so that your VA could do this for you. If you have a secretary or a virtual assistant, outsource all of this. Now your content is hands-free. Now, I've done 95% of the work for you here with the software. I mean, if you think about how long it would take you to post a daily update to 10 different fan pages, you can imagine how daunting that becomes. But if you simplify it to a quick 5 to 10 minute thing that you can just check off your to-do list, it makes your life that much easier, right?
And I think with this license, if you're offline, it's great because you can just give your client the access as long as they're paying you the monthly fee. And if they decide not to have you, all you gotta do is delete the account, and you move on to the next one. So that's great. So talk about the little bit difference between what is like the major difference between the front end offer versus this upgrade here?
Sure. So the front end offer that's $7 only is the cloud-based software that you can get access to immediately after your purchase.
Mm-hmm.
You can use it however you want, 24/7. But if you want to resell the software to others, or if you want to rename it, or if you simply want to host it on your own server, you should get the upgrade. It's going to be $67, but it's going to give you full resellers, redistribution rights. If you want to give it away for free, you can. If you want to resell this for $97 or $67 or $47, whatever price you want to set on it, you can. It's entirely up to you. But again, that's extra. Okay. And that's really the only difference. So if you want the simple, laid-out solution all in the palm of your hand, it's $7 and you get instant access. If you want to resell it, you'll get all the necessary permissions for that. You'll be able to host it on your own server. That's up to you. So it's really about how much control you want to have over the product. If you want to have the most control, you should get the upgrade.
Okay. So what about, do you have anything after that? Is that the only OTO you have?
I have one more OTO, and this one's actually going to close pretty quickly. I'm going to launch the software at 7 a.m. for the early bird. People are going to rush in to get the front-end offer to see the upsells. The second upsell is going to be a limited time, invitation-only mastermind for FB Cyberslave users who want to grow their fan pages like they're on steroids. It's where you can get personal help from me in addition to 24/7 tech support via email like you would get with the front end offer. You'd get that personal tutoring. I would basically be there to hold your hand through your first fan page. If you've never gotten your first 1,000 visitors, if you've never gotten your first 1,000 fans, I'm going to be there to help you do that. And that OTO is going to cost just $97, and that's going to be open to the first 10 or 20 people. I haven't really decided yet, but I have to make that decision today or tomorrow. It's really going to depend on how much time I want to dedicate per person. Obviously, if I have 20 people in the group, I won't be able to spend as much one-on-one time as if I had 10. So I'm going to have to decide that, but I do know that it's only going to be for a few people, and it's the most expensive item in the sales funnel. So I understand that only the most dedicated people will want to get it, but if this is something that you're really interested in, if you see the true opportunity in Facebook marketing, I really suggest you get the second OTO. You'll be able to leverage my expertise and the expertise of my partners for your benefit. So that's who the second OTO is for.
Okay, so is this on any of this on Diamond Sale, or just going to be a locked price during a period for launch?
I think I'm just going to do a locked price, although I've been advised to do a dime sale. I feel like doing a dime sale does a disservice to buyers out there who might not have the extra cash. So I might choose to keep it just at $97 to make it more affordable for those first 10 to 20 people who might want to get in. I'm not in it really for the money as much as I am in it to see what the flaws of Cyberslave might be. I've heavily beta tested the software, and I know that it does what it's supposed to do, but maybe there are some features that I should add. Maybe it's not as good as I think it is. You know, I just won't know that until I've had people tell me, you know, why they're happy with the software and how they could be happier. So really having that one-on-one interaction matters a whole lot, not only to you, but also to me. And that's why I think it wouldn't be really fair to charge an extra price for somebody who got there a couple of people too late. You know what I mean? If you're the first and you get the lowest deal, that's good for you. But if you're person number 10, why should you pay twice as much?
Right. Okay. What is the how long are you gonna keep this offer open?
This offer is gonna stay at the $7 introductory price for 4 days. After the first 4 days, is gonna jump up to $27.
Okay.
4 days after that, it's gonna be set in stone at $97 forever. So if you want to grab the software, $7 is really the best deal you'll ever get for it.
Okay, great. All right, so that's about all the questions I need to ask you here. But I got one last question that is, you know, as people listen to the interview, as people seeing the software, how powerful it is, and it's only $7 or less, and it depends what time you get it, and they want to get this, they want to buy this, they know this is going to tremendously save them tons of money and time when it comes to Facebook marketing. But everybody have that little voice on the back of their head telling them not to get it and not to buy it for whatever the reason is. And so my question to you, Vas, is what makes this software so unique they need to get at during this launching period?
I think what's super unique about it is that it doesn't require any installation or any other software to run this. All you need is your free Facebook account. That's it. With other products that have done similar things in the past, you needed to have a WordPress blog because it would be a plugin. Or you would need to install something on your computer, which opens you up for viruses and such. Or it might not even install on your computer at all, and no one wants to deal with that. With a browser-based software like FB Cyberslave, there's really no glitches as far as your computer's requirements. You don't need a certain amount of RAM or processing power for this. Plus, on top of all of this, I'm adding a 30-day money-back guarantee for everybody who gives this a try. So even at the super low $7 price tag, I want you to have the full confidence that this software is going to do what I've demonstrated today. Otherwise, you get your money back 100%. No questions asked, as always.
And the one thing I want to point out what I like about it for the front end is you don't have to go create a custom Facebook app. Sometimes they take about 10-15 minutes to get your own Facebook app. All you got to do is log it in, authorize it, then you're good to go. I mean, you're in business. So that's the one thing I really like about it. I just want to point out as well.
Yeah, this is something that you can authorize with Facebook yourself if you get the upgrade, you know, if it's self-hosted. But that's not something that everybody's going to have to do. The $7 offer is pretty nice and simple. It's very easy to use. It's something that's cloud-based. Type in a URL in your bar, log in, and you're done. However, with the upgrade, you will have to authorize it with Facebook, but that's just because you're installing it on your own server. Facebook would need to know what kind of software you're running. So again, all of that is extra. None of it comes with the front-end offer. All the ease of use is yours. All the difficult stuff is for the more advanced users who might want to resell it or something like that.
Okay, great. So that's about it. So before we leave here today, do you have any final words of wisdom you'd like to share?
Sure. I think that when you have a huge Facebook fan page, none of it really matters until that audience starts making you money. But you can't make money unless you have an audience. So it's sort of a chicken and the egg situation. How do I make money and how do I get an audience? I'd say don't focus on the money until you have an audience. Once you have those first couple of thousand people inside of your Facebook group or inside of your Facebook fan page, you can start thinking about all the ideas of monetization. You can convert those subscribers to an email list. You can start sending them affiliate links. You can even send them to your own blog or YouTube channel like you've mentioned earlier. The ideas are boundless, but first you need that quality content that'll attract those first couple of thousands of people. So if you're sitting on your hands not doing anything, then where are you going to be in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, right? Are you going to have a super active Facebook group or a fan page full of excited people who are ready to share your content, or are you going to have nothing? Choice is up to you.
Right, absolutely. I totally agree with you. So for those who are watching this right now, first of all, thank you for stay tuned. Hopefully you learn learn a couple of things here, gonna really help you. And secondly, stay tuned watching watch the Dumo/Sales video here, and so you get a more inside review than we have time for doing this interview, so you know exactly how this is gonna really benefit you and really gonna cut down the time you had to come up with content every single day, every single hour, and heck, it's only $7. Skip a lunch, you got it. So anyway, so Vas, thank you so much for spending your time with us, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very, very soon.
Han, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me on.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Allow me to demonstrate how you can get started with FB Cyberslave. FB Cyberslave lets you quickly and easily schedule updates to all your fan pages and groups. Your posts will appear based on settings that you specify. Step 1. Log into FB Cyberslave. The first time you log in, it will ask you to authorize your Facebook account with FB Cyberslave. You only have to do this once while you're setting up. Step 2. Once logged in, you will see your account settings, where you can see a list of all of your fan pages and groups. You can also delete your account or change your password here at any time. Step 3. I will now show you how to post to fan pages and then how to post to groups. Go to Pages, then List Post. You'll see how you can easily add status updates with custom links, messages, pictures, names, captions, descriptions, and exact timing. This is the basic posting mode. The advanced posting mode can be found under Pages, then Bulk Add. Step 4. Click the Import from RSS button under Pages, Bulk Add. A pop-up window will appear. Here, you can specify any RSS feed you want to import links from. Choose how many links you wish to add, then click Grab. Select the headlines you want, then click Use Selected URLs. Step 5. Select which page you wish to post these updates on. Then, type in one message per line in the message box if you wish to have a custom status update next to your links. The statuses should be typed in the order in which the links are posted, one per line. Finally, select the starting time of your posts and a posting interval. A recommended posting interval is between 12 and 24 hours. That's it. In just 5 steps, you have set up automatic content updates for your Facebook fan page. You can repeat steps 3 through 5 for groups too. Simply go to Groups, then List Post. You'll see the same layout here as you did in step 3. Similarly, if you go to Groups, then Bulk Add, you'll also see the same layout there too. 5 steps is all it takes to fully automate your content creation on Facebook. Isn't that amazing? For any questions and concerns, contact us at support@fbcyberslave.com. Help is standing by.